Hi, I'm Con Browning with Volhard Dog Nutrition, and today we're discussing the U.S. Canine Biathlon, which takes place May 21st through 22nd in Gaston, Alabama. Joining me is Charlie Orth. Mr. Orth is a member of the Volhard Dog Nutrition race team. And Charlie, I look forward to learning more about you, your pup, and your journey along this race. So,
Awesome.
so to kick things off, let's tell the audience a little bit about yourself, including your age and your location.
I am located in Noonan, Georgia, which is basically like a metro city right outside of Atlanta.
Okay,
Um, so I am 23 years old, and I'm just excited to be here and to participate in this race.
awesome. Now, have you participated in a biathlon or mud run before?
Nope, this will be a first time for me for both of those.
Now, I know your brother, Buddy Orth, is part of the team. What made you want to join?
You can actually credit that to him. So he reached out to me probably sometime around August of last year, and kind of brought me into the details and everything.
Hmm.
Told me about the biathlon. So at that point, like I was pretty interested. I hadn't signed up yet until more recently, and then he told me about the team that he was on and Volhard nutrition and everything, and so got me like really pumped up and got me to join.
Yeah, he is definitely a great advocate for Volhard as well. So I can imagine him getting you pumped up and ready for it.
Right.
How are you training leading up to the race?
Slacking a little bit in that department, but I've got big plans for April. But what I've basically done so far, I uh, I put a bunch of our dining room chairs together to kind of
Okay.
make like a tunnel,
Hmm.
and was just practicing with him, trying to get him like comfortable with like the command of like going through, and then trying to teach him to like jump up on things on command.
Okay.
So we were working with that a couple of times, and then I was taking him for some walks like in our downtown area, and getting him to like jump up on things, just trying to get him comfortable with actually how high he can jump. I
Okay.
feel like I recognize how high he can jump more so than he can.
Hmm.
Um, we actually had, so when we first got him, I it was kind of like a last minute thing. We went and picked him up, and we're bringing him back, but we had dinner plans with another family that night, so we
Hmm.
just brought him with us. And I was playing with him a little bit, and he just leapt completely over their couch.
Oh my gosh.
Just from standstill, like sitting down, and just like leapt over. And we all just like stopped in amazement, and we're like, "What? Like, oh my goodness, like how did he just do that?" So
And he
I'm
wasn't
just trying
even
to,
moving before he
yeah,
just like,
no,
woo. Oh,
no, we
wow.
were we were playing a game, as like having him like chase me around the couch and everything. And so then like
Okay.
I stopped on one side and he stopped on the other, and I just like stood there. And then I guess he
Yeah.
was just like, well, if I'm not gonna like be able to catch up to you running around, I'm just gonna jump across and get to you. So that's what he did.
Nice.
I
And
know.
so what keeps you motivated as you move forward towards closer to the race?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing that I've been enjoying, and been my motivation, is just the relationship that this is helping for us to build. So, he is like a very relational dog. He's very, people oriented and everything. So it's easy to build that relationship, but more so in the sense of just finding new things and new challenges to overcome together, and finding, every once in a while you get to a point where you're just like, man, like, what do I teach him next? Like what's a new thing that we can learn? Because he does learn things very quickly.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
and going over like having to teach him like, hey, like, if I tell you this, you go through the tunnel or you go through it or something, and
Yeah.
getting that relationship and new commands and everything. So just the challenges that we get to go through.
Well, I'm going to tell you, having a dog that learns quickly is a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's on the opposite end where it's like, can't you just learn this one thing?
Right. Can't you just speak a little bit of English?
And so let's learn a little bit more about your running mate. What's his or her name?
His name is Obie, like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Nice. And what breed is Obie?
So he is technically his breed is an Ozimo.
Okay.
So he is an Australian Shepherd crossed with American Eskimo dog.
Oh, that's awesome. Uh,
Yeah.
so I haven't seen him yet. Is he around? Could we
Yeah.
take a peek?
Let me see. Let me get down on the floor. Obie, come here. Oh, he is like the biggest cuddle bug. And
Oh
just
my
like
gosh.
come right over to you and
He is
what you doing?
adorable. Oh my goodness.
We have this thing. He'll like, yeah, there he goes. He'll just lay in between my legs like that. I don't know
Oh,
if you can see it well. And just
yeah.
like sit there and we'll just rub his face and give him all the my wife and I always joke that as long as he's getting pats, then he is
Yeah.
perfectly content.
That is awesome. Now, am I seeing things or does he have a different color eyes?
Yeah, so he has one brown eye and one
Okay.
blue eye.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool. And so how old is Obi?
Obie he just turned 2 in February.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And could you give me a little bit of backstory about him?
Yeah, so we got him from another family. They had only had him for a couple of months. Their issue was it was in the midst of COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and so 2020, and they were expecting to be able to move into a new house.
Oh, yeah.
But with everything going on, they weren't able to do that as quickly. So they were living with their parents, and it was just a lot. They had like a newborn child, and so it was just a lot to take care of, like a new puppy, especially one with a breed that's such high energy.
Yes.
Um, and so we had been looking for an Australian Shepherd for a
Hmm.
while. That's been my dream dog since I was younger, and so my wife, showed him to me, and I wasn't sure at first. I was like, oh, like, but it's not like a full bred Australian Shepherd. Like it's like an Ozimo. Like what? I don't even know what that is. I've never heard of it before. Um, and so finally he was like the color that I wanted, and like being a blue merle and everything. So we went and got him, and then ever since then he has completely won us over.
Oh,
He's
that's awesome.
very eager to please, which makes training really easy. They call Australian Shepherds like Velcro dogs, so they're like sticking to you all the time, like always
Ah,
following you.
okay.
You're never going to the restroom alone anymore for the rest of their lives. So we'll make jokes
Oh,
like he just wants to be a part.
yeah.
Like he just wants to be involved in whatever you're doing, whether like you're working out, or like
Yeah.
he'll like sit there and try to like get on you and everything, or if you're on the floor, then he thinks that you're in his world and that you're on the floor for
Yeah.
him.
Nothing like
um
a little bit of sweat with dog hair. That's
Right.
that
Yeah,
it's
especially long hair.
yeah. Um,
For sure.
so what would you say is Obi's best qualities for the race?
For the race, I would definitely say how eager he is to please. So
Mhm.
I think that it's made training go pretty smooth for him, and pretty well. I think that also whenever we get to the race, he won't have a really big issue as far as like being really distracted, or interested in what everyone else is doing. So I think he'll be kind of focus on us and what we're doing and what we're trying to do. So I think that will be his best quality in doing this.
Absolutely. And do you think Obie's going to have any struggles going into the race?
I think that he will definitely have to get used to water more.
Hmm.
So he loves the water. Like, whenever we're around water, like he loves it, but he only loves it if he can see the bottom and if he can touch. So I think we're going to need to work with him on that as far as like just trusting me. Like, I'll be
Hmm.
right there, like if he's not going to go under or anything.
Yeah.
So we'll make sure that he's good and just getting him comfortable with not if he can't see, like it's okay, like we'll get
Yeah.
through it, you're not going to go under.
Well, races like this definitely are a great bonding experience for the owner, not only everyone that's involved, but also for you and your pup. So it's really good to have these new experiences, and for with Obi having such a high energy level, this is definitely going to be right up his alley.
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
so now let's go ahead and talk about Volhard products. What would you say is your favorite Bolhard products?
Yeah, so I just started on the using some Volhard products, and I got the endurance one.
Oh, nice.
So I
Okay.
thought that the endurance supplement. So I thought that that would be really good in leading up into the race and um, helping. Because obviously, like he's very high energy, but he's probably not ever done anything quite to that extent in
Hmm.
one sitting. So we
Yeah.
want to make sure that he's ready for that, and with it helps his coat and everything, and hair loss and stuff. So I just started it about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
um, so obviously, a little bit too short to see a whole lot of results or anything, but I think that I know that he likes it. So
Hmm.
that's definitely a bonus that it's easy to give. When we first got it in the box shipped to us, I just, opened it up. I was like, oh, cool. Like, it came in and he's like sniffing all over it and like smelled like pushing it with his nose and everything. I'm like, dang, dude, like you haven't even like tried it yet or anything,
Yeah.
and he is like sometimes a little bit of a picky eater and stuff. So I was really relieved that he was excited about it.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day, Charlie, to be able to meet with me. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing you and your pup in May.
Yeah, we are so excited. Thank you so much, Con.
My pleasure. Y'all have a great one, okay?
You too.